Idim 53. In ancient times in Asia, there was a rumor that if you poured milk and water into a glass, a duck or a goose could drink the milk out without the water. They could separate. There's something about their... They could remove the water and drink out the milk, and there'd be half a glass of water with no milk in it. Okay? This is an old belief in ancient times. Why did... This is a hard one, okay? Why did Pabonka Rinpoche use this example? And why does Buddhism use this example? What are we trying to distinguish? Two things that are not easy to distinguish. Okay, since we only have 2 minutes, 1 minute, it's the two husbands. Okay, it's the two husbands, okay? Why? Because it's a very common error when you teach emptiness to people that they go too far. And it's called Gakcha Kyap Chewa. Say Gakcha Kyap Chewa. Adam, you are the logician. The Kyaba is too big. What's it mean? Yeah, great, beautiful. His book is a study of Kyaba, partly. You went too far in the Gaksha. There's no husband, Geshe-la. There's no husband. I don't have a... My husband doesn't exist. That's emptiness. He looks like he exists, but he doesn't. You're not a goose. What's it mean? You gotta be able to distinguish between the two husbands. One of them is coming from you. That one really exists. One of them, it's not my fault. I just walked in and he started yelling at me. Okay, we call it, in DCI we call it, it's not my fault, husband. Okay, that one could never exist, but say it in a more deep way. Say it the way the Buddha always said it. Yeah, good. Say it louder. Yeah, okay? It's how we talk about the Gakcha. Always, okay? That's how you tell a good Buddhist from a lazy Buddhist. What about this second husband? Who's not, I didn't do anything. He just come in the room and he started talking bad to me. Okay? That husband comes in 3 flavors. Number 1, never existed before. Number 2, doesn't exist in your kitchen right now. And number 3, will never exist in the future. That we can say doesn't exist, okay? You covered everything, past, present, future, okay? That husband's completely impossible. Okay? I didn't do anything, he started yelling at me, okay? Got it? I'll bet you $10 you're gonna say this about somebody in the next week. Me too. It's so hard to practice it. It's easy to talk about it, right? You will think about somebody in the next 5 days, and you will sincerely believe that they are doing something to you that you don't deserve. Okay, it will happen. I tell your future. My Lama in India, Geshe Michael, we used to go to a fortune teller, Hindu fortune teller. He got really mad one day. He said, I can tell your future. You want your future? This week, you're going to be upset at someone and think that they don't come from you. That's your future. He used to get really upset. Don't give your money to that guy. All right. Okay? So what's the milk and what's the water? I don't know, you decide. I mean, it's not very clear in the scripture. I guess milk is sweeter. That's the husband who's coming from you, okay? Pay Vimala some money if you're gonna do it. And then the water is the fake husband, okay? And only a very wise Buddhist can separate them, okay? We're not saying there's no husband in your life. We're not saying you shouldn't have a husband. The Hinayana schools, the lower schools, in the 700 years of darkness, from Lord Buddha's death to Nagarjuna, they believed there's nothing. Okay? There's nothing. There's no husband. And it's not possible to have a happy relationship. And you should not have things that you enjoy. You shouldn't have a nice car. You shouldn't have nice clothes. You should live in a cave. Okay, this whole idea came because they didn't understand emptiness for 700 years. Okay, Abhidharma. And we study Abhidharma. I spent 12 years on it, okay? But it's wrong, okay? But we study why it's wrong, which is right. Okay, got it? You should have beautiful... They're not staying in... There's beautiful flowers there. They don't have dead flowers and, cow poops and... Okay? They live in a paradise, okay? You should too. That's the goal, okay? It's not that you go in a cave and you don't eat chocolate. Okay, that's not enlightenment. Okay, got it? Okay. But it takes a goose to understand the difference, okay? Enjoy your milk and leave behind the water, okay? Divide. Learn to divide, but then enjoy your life. Have a happy life. Have a happy marriage. Get a nice house in Sedona,